Hot Springs Village Inside Out is a closer look at the greatness of Hot Springs Village, Arkansas and the surrounding areas. People, places, experiences. Hot Springs Village is one of the most beautiful places on earth. Join me, Randy Cantrell, and my co-host Dennis Simpson as we engage in weekly conversations to explore Hot Springs Village Inside Out. Today's show is brought to you by Central Arkansas's favorite radio station, KVRE. Find them on the dial at 92.9 FM. Stream them live at kvre.com. RE/MAX of Hot Springs Village. The award-winning RE/MAX of Hot Springs Village is the largest real estate office inside the village with over 30 full-time agents and support staff. Visit them to learn more about this beautiful place to solve your real estate needs. Call them today at 1-800-364-9007. Find them online at explorehsv.com. They are RE/MAX of Hot Springs Village at 1-800-364-9007 or online at explorehsv.com. Ike Eisenhower State Farm. Ike and his award-winning team have been serving the insurance needs of folks all around Hot Springs Village since 1998. Ike has qualified for State Farm's President's Club, Chairman's Circle, and Hot Springs Village Insurance Agent of the Year. Call Ike Eisenhower State Farm today at 501-984-4100. That's 501-984-4100. Find them online at ikeeisenhower.net. Call them today for all your insurance needs because, like a good neighbor, Ike Eisenhower State Farm is there.
Here today with Mr. Sean McFarland. Sean, apparently you like to put people together to do business, right?
Man, I love it so much. I've been doing this, doing that particular thing for about 30 or 35 years, honestly, in the advertising business. But in 2012 or 2013, somewhere right in there, we started BizBuzz Events. And so what that does is literally bring people together, bring the general public together with home improvement vendors from that industry. So we bring the general public in, we bring vendors in, and put those two together face to face. It's like the old time FaceTime, but it's literally FaceTime face to face.
There's something about it, isn't it? I mean, there's something that it's just different when you get to look in their eyes and go, "What do you mean by that?" Right?
Absolutely, man. You know, there's email, that's cool. Texting is great. All that stuff is good. Even FaceTime on your phone is great. But there's something about being able to stand there or sit there and talk to somebody about a project that you have or about a problem that you have at your house. That person is the expert and they can help you figure out so even if they can't personally help you, professionally help you, they can actually sit there and tell you, hey, I can't help you, but maybe that other vendor across the hall can help you. So yeah, it's a great thing to happen.
It didn't hit me until you were just saying that. And it really, as a guy who does a lot of recording one way or the other, I remember when I was a kid and people literally would hit the record button and everybody went quiet. Right. And everybody spoke quickly and you only said the things you wanted to say. And I think maybe that's the way we use technology nowadays is that, when I'm at a booth and for example, the last one we went to here in the village was wonderful, a great little deal. And I walked around a booth and was looking, they were giving away tape measures and had a great bucket and some roofing stuff that they talked about. And I thought, this is really interesting. And the guy said, "You're Dennis, right?" And I said, "Yeah, well, I mean, doing a show, I get that sometimes." Right. But he said, "I'm Carrie. We graduated in 1980 together." And I was like, oh my goodness. And we got to sit and reminisce about things that I don't think we would have done on FaceTime or chat or whatever. And chat is an absolutely wonderful way to misunderstand what somebody said.
Right.
Great way.
Yeah. And misunderstand a price quote.
Ooh,
exactly
yeah.
And
Yeah. Let me come back to something else here real quick. And I know you grew up around the same time I did and a lot of the same influences. There was a company in Little Rock called the Drawn School of Business. Now, they were downtown. Do you remember them?
Yeah.
They were
remember the name, yes.
Yeah, I want to say they were down on 8th. and they moved out to university, and they were on for a few more years, but a school of business. Now let that think in today's day and era. We don't even think about that anymore.
Yeah.
Diane had a lady that came to work with her one time that was a new graduate. She had an accounting degree, and she was doing great. And she would literally, and I'm not making this up, Sean, she would pick up the phone and go, hello, in an office.
Yeah.
And people were like, well, have I reached XYZ accounting company? Yeah. We teach people how to go through college. We teach people business, but we don't teach business skills anymore.
Right.
Doesn't this really kind of help refine that?
Yeah, man. It's terrible that's not really taught. I mean, we own multiple businesses, so I answer my cell phone. This is Sean.
Yeah,
so
me.
people will know who they've reached. Of course, obviously they call me. Well, unless it's a spam number, obviously they called me and they know who they're calling. But still, just to confirm that, hey, you've reached the correct person, I do answer with letting them know that they've reached me, and I say my name. So yeah, it is a shame that we don't get that these days with the younger generation, and even sometimes with our generation. It just people don't think about it as much as they should, really.
I actually had, and I mean the pleasure, to interview one of my mentors who 30 years ago invested a lot of time in me, and that was Jerry Wilson from the Dale Carnegie sales course.
Mm-hmm.
And I went through kind of in my mind, because I was asked to come back and help co-teach a couple of times. And I remembered that we don't even, they used to offer a class on time management, and they don't even offer that class anymore. What do we text faster? Do we walk quicker? What do we do? Right?
Man, I'll tell you something really interesting. Time management. So, and this is a great tip for anybody, whether you're retired, whether you're still in business, or whatever you're doing with your email. I have specifically, and I might tell you, I've spent hours this year, multiple hours unsubscribing to emails. Man, I've had the same email for 20 plus years, man, because of my business, because of our ad agency. And I have spent hours this year unsubscribing to emails. And it's crazy, because you think, why have you spent hours? Well, you know how many hours it's going to save me this year deleting emails that I don't need? No, don't unsubscribe to the BizBuzz events email.
No.
But seriously though, I mean, because of the nature of my business, I get a lot of emails that I didn't literally sign up to get, and so that's a problem. But and it's funny, because I sit there in the evening watching television, and I'm looking at my phone and my emails on my phone, and I'm like, I've only gotten 10 emails since I closed the office down at 5 today.
What's wrong?
Wrong. I usually have 50 or 60 by now. But seriously, man, time management, man, that's an amazing time saver if you do start unsubscribing, especially business stuff. Business during the day, man, there's so much time wasted during the day deleting emails that you never even look at, much less want in your inbox. So hey, that's a great tip.
And that is a great tip. And I literally just this last week started doing that too. First of the year kind of thing. It's kind of in your reset mentality, but It's not just that. But, it's do you take 3 seconds to delete this the next 500 times?
Yes.
Or do you take 30 seconds to delete the entire thing? And it's like you say, it's about time management. But unfortunately, and I hope we're not losing some of those skills, but the BizBuzz that you're talking about, this is really a way to get these people to come back and really kind of connect, isn't it?
So, obviously, with BizBuzz events, yes, it is extremely important to bring people face to face. But let me tell you something, in my opinion, that's even more important. And we're talking about time saving. I'm bringing 50 to 80 vendors, okay, in the home improvement industry into one building. Okay. So talk about time saving. How long would it take you to call and or visit 50 to 80 people in the home improvement industry if you were to start at home and even call? It's going to take you at least 10 minutes per call to even talk to the right person that you're trying to find. And it's going to take, I can't even imagine how long it's going to take for you to actually drive to each one of each one of these vendors, because some of them obviously are not local, at least in your immediate geographic area. So again, the time saving thing, it's amazing that we can bring 50 to 80 vendors to each one of our shows and have, 1,500 to 2,000 people walk through each one of our shows from the general public and be able to talk to all of these people, and specifically the ones they want to actually get bids from or talk to about their problems or their issues with their house. So certainly, talking about a time saving tip, this is an amazing. You can spend 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 hours in our shows and actually have real FaceTime with people who know what they're talking about, and people who can help you solve your home improvement problems.
Well, where we've moved to with technology is that, I can have things delivered to my house in the next few hours.
Sure.
Right. And I can shop online. Right. But I've got blinders. It's tunnel vision. And when I walk into the BizBuzz and I'm like, okay, well, I've been thinking about doing some roofing things for some of our rentals, but I turn and there's a guy who's doing HVAC and I'm like, man, that's why we used to go shopping. Remember shopping when we would go places and look at things?
Right. Remember Sears? Yeah. Everybody forgot about them, but
Exactly. Well, Sears used to sell homes back in the day. They would send you a kit. I lived in Little Rock on Lee Street, and then right beside there was a kit home. I was like, a kit home? They said, yeah, they just ship 3 skids of wood and all the parts you need to make your Sears home. I'm like, wow.
Right.
Well, now I see that we've got different expos. It says in 2022, all 5 expos, over $1.5 million in sales for your vendors.
Right.
It's kind of a no-brainer, right?
It really is. I mean, even it's crazy that our shows, well, several of them, 2 of them are nearly sold out for as far as vendor space. But
Right.
when you really think about that impact, and think about the impact even in each of the hometowns, each of the towns that we have our expos in. If you divide those by 5, that tax money stays in that individual community.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're going outside and not going away from your community and not benefiting your community. If you spend that type of money at your particular home, that tax money stays in your community.
Yeah, great point.
So,
with the home expos that we're talking about, look, let's just face it, we're products of the internet as we use this right now. This would not be possible without the internet.
Sure.
On the other side of that, I went to the doctor the other day and she was like, I'm so sick of people telling me what's wrong with them when they walk in the door because they've Googled it. Right.
Right.
And I could see exactly where she was going. But I just like I was telling you about when we were at the one here in the village, I walked in going, hey, I think I'm looking for roofing. I love talking with Carrie. I got answers I didn't think I would have any other way. Right. Walked around the corner, met somebody with HVAC, and they gave me more insight than I ever could have found on the web or whatever, right?
Right. Well, you can ask questions all you want, but how much do you want to read, and how many different places on the web do you want to go to try to find the answer, when you can do a face-to-face thing at our expo, our home improvement expos? It just makes sense to be able to do that. And honestly, man, a lot of people, the majority of people who come to our expos to seek out those products and services, they actually come to us and thank us for actually doing the expo, putting it on and organizing it so they can have that type of expertise at their fingertips face to face instead of on Google.
Well, and it's not just that. I see that you have one in Benton, March the 10th and 11th.
Yep.
And then one specifically here in the village at the Coronado Center. I was going to ask that real quick.
Yes.
One of the things is that, just like you said, there's a culmination and a gathering of so many professionals in just a particular area. And last year you had the Coronado Center filled to the brim. We're talking utilities, dishwashers. Plyler was there with dishwashers, refrigerators. I was working with the radio station there, one of the ways we met. Just everybody you can imagine. I've never seen a gathering of the community quite as strong as that is.
Well, it was very strong last year, and I'm gonna tell you, Dennis, this year it's going to be, believe it or not, it's going to be even better. A couple of different ways. Number one, that show is we have nearly sold out that facility with vendors. There are
in June.
So yes, and it's not until the end of June, and that show is nearly sold out because the villagers, man, you guys are amazing. You come out in droves, you support the events in the village, and it's so refreshing. It's so nice to see that. And the other thing that is new this year for the village is it's a 2-day event. So this will be our 3rd year in the village. We've done a Saturday event, 10 to 5, both years, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. We've gotten a message loud and clear that you guys want the event to start sooner and end earlier.
Did you say loud and clear? I think you said loud and clear.
Just
5 by 5.
Because of your behavior. It's 9 to 5. It's 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. because everybody's going by 3 p.m. anyway. It's the same amount of hours. We've just moved it back a little bit in order to accommodate the behavior of you guys in the village, and it's not a problem. But we've extended it Friday and Saturday this year. It's Friday 9 to 3 and Saturday 9 to 3 because frankly our vendors have said, man, we are overwhelmed with the attendance at this show and we need more time. So it's going to be a 2-day show this year, Friday and Saturday 9 to 3. And we're really excited about being able to provide this service to the village.
Well, let's make note. That's 3 years. Everyone until this was racked by COVID, but you were a trooper, my friend. Y'all showed up every year.
Yes. We have had amazing attendance in the village, even in 2020. 2021 was our first year there, and we had amazing attendance, and everybody's been super great in the village to come out to our show there.
Well, let me bring what part of it is. And, I'm with the Town Homeowners Association, and we're looking for people to come out and cut the grass or whatever. And we're not that far out of Little Rock or Benton or Hot Springs, but we're just far enough.
Yes.
And people don't want to have to, we're not going to send a crew 22 miles or 25 miles or whatever. Right. And I understand that. And we tell the people in the village, the radio station, the village hardware, I can go, Remax, Ike Eisenhower, I can go through a list of a dozen sponsors, and we preach, we ask, please buy local. The problem is that until we have a convention or a little business session like this, we don't have the opportunity to buy local because all the local doesn't come to us. We'd have to go to the local. I like John Plyler, but I don't go to Glenwood very often, but, and man, the stuff they have is incredible. Yeah. But we ask people to buy local. This really makes it easy for them to buy local, doesn't it, Sean?
Sure. Absolutely. And just keep in mind too, the vendors that are there who are not necessarily located in the village or locally, still you buy something from them, the tax money still stays in the community because you bought it there, or because they are servicing your home locally, the tax money still stays in your community.
So what a great idea. Sean, I tell you what, it just dawned on me, if it's okay with you, we're going to come back around for part 2. I'd love to do the Sean McFarland interview.
Sure, man.
Is that okay? Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to wrap up this episode for Hot Springs Village Inside Out. We're going to talk about the Business Expo, which we're going to have coming in, the Biz Buzz, which will be in March 10th and 11th. I can see a lot of the East Enders going to that one too, because it's not that far. It's just about 15.
It's actually a home improvement expo, not a business
improvement expo. Yeah.
Home improvement. Yeah. It's focused on home improvement. Yeah.
Not just business or business skills. I got you. Yeah.
Exactly. It is a home improvement expo. That's actually what we specialize in with BizBuzz events. Yeah.
Okay. So March 10th and 11th in Benton. And there's the ones all around the city. You can see the website we just went to a minute ago. But then in Hot Springs Village, June the 24th and 25th.
23rd and 24th.
23rd
Friday,
and 24th. I'm sorry, 23rd
It's on
and 24th.
it's on the website. That's fine.
And
hey, to that real quick. So
yeah.
Everybody in the village will get a direct mail postcard about that event. So don't freak out about trying to remember the dates on it or anything, but you will get a postcard in the mail with a buy one, get one free admission.
I was about to ask about the buy one free admission. Explain how that works.
Basically, bring the card in or even mention it at the door, mention you heard it on the radio, all that, and you will get a buy one, get one free. You and a friend, a spouse, however, whatever you want to do, you and one other person will get buy one, get one free. It's a $5 admission if you don't bring the coupon, but it's $2 for $5 if you bring the coupon.
So pretty reasonable, huh?
It's very reasonable. Yes.
Well, Sean, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for watching and listening to Hot Springs Village Inside Out, a weekly podcast starring Hot Springs Village, Arkansas. Visit the website at hotspringsvillageinsideout.com.